Yeah! MJF is the man. He's not Rowan, but he's the man. He's not Rowan, but he's the man. I told you so. But I digress. What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a late Saturday night video. And you know what that means. It's time for another video right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching on youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you for watching once again. And don't forget to like the video, stick that thumb straight up the fucking wazoo, and subscribe to this channel and my other channels, which are down there, dude, in the description box below. In my pants. Just remember, it's in my pants. You want to see it? It's in my... No, just kidding. You don't have to see it because there's some weirdos on here. But it is what it is. Clean shaven, by the way. It is what it is. So, like the video, subscribe to my channels, this channel and all the channels down below. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap the bell. And basically treat it like it's a bunch of junk in the WWE locker room, or the AEW locker room, in the locker room in wrestling. Just smack those bitches around, turn on notifications, and you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, fuck you. You miss it, you lose. But if you're first time watching, then welcome to the party, pal. And I hope you enjoy the ride. And if not, hop off my dick. And hop off the train, because the train don't take stragglers. People like throw mama from the train. Whoop! You're out of here. And that's all I gotta say about that. So if you like the video, if you're first time watching, and I hope you like the content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't care if it's a troll or it's a real person, because free sub, free view. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But if you like the content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on this channel, my other channels as well. Show me your love and support, and do that thing. Leave a comment, and all that good shit. And that's all you gotta do. Hit that bell, you get notified, hopefully if Susan allows it. Because you know how her team of monkeys don't know how to run a goddamn website. Kind of feels like Dick Cicada in Impact Wrestling. But it is what it is. And that's it. Alright. So chat room's open if you guys want to come in. If you're subscribed for about a week. I might continue the 1 week sub-only mode for people that have subscribed for 1 week only. I might keep it open for probably up until maybe past Thanksgiving, but we'll see what happens with that. But come on in and chat about wrestling or anything else. But if you're going to act a fool, you're out of here. Simple as that. You don't like it? Too bad. Alright, on this late Saturday night, I just got home like about a half hour ago from a great time in New York City with some good friends. And yeah, I got real friends, assholes. Oh, why didn't you show it at the bar? I have to show you shit. Kiss my ass. At least I got a life. Why don't you show your real friends? Oh, that's right, you don't have any because they're all fake. Because you find them on YouTube. Just saying. I have friends on YouTube that are better than the friends I used to have before. Most of them. Not all of them, but... There's two that, that were my friends. I still have respect for them, and if they, if they want to go their own merry way, that's fine. But to everybody else... Like the WWE says, good luck to you in your future endeavors. And that's all I gotta say about that. But I have a better community that I'm in, a better wrestling community that I'm in, with good people that got my back. And we talk wrestling, we don't put up with that shit. They don't put up with that shit either. So you can suck my dick if you don't like it. And you can kiss their fucking rosy red ass, Mahoney. That's it. Better community, better friends. I got better real life friends than a bunch of you people that are supposed real life friends. But it is what it is. You want to go hang out with a bunch of trolls and go be my guest, but don't come crying to me when they turn on you. Because you instigate a lot of shit, so you can go suck a dick there, fool-ass. But I digress. And we'll move on. But I had a great time. I didn't drink too much. Rosa drank a lot. That's why she's passed out on the bed. But no drunk sex tonight because she's got a I wanted the drunken sex because as we all know the drunk sex is the best sex of them all, but not tonight. Maybe tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow morning. But she's gonna have a massive hangover, so. Then again, she can wake up in the next 2 hours and then she's puking her guts out. But I'm like, make sure you brush your teeth. Don't want slobbering, puke and dirty mouth. Dirty mouth? Try obits. Make sure, ladies, when you go to the bath, when you have the drunk sex, before you have the drunk sex, if you're gonna puke, go puke. Just remember to brush your teeth, mouthwash, because if you're gonna go down on me with a dirty mouth, I don't want no part of your dirty mouth oral sex, okay? I don't want my dick to smell like fucking mushroom barley soup, okay? Fuck that shit. Diet Pepsi. Because I had like 3 Jack and Cokes tonight. Ugh. 3 Jack and Cokes and 1 straight Jack. Ugh. I'm wired right now. Not drunk, but I'm getting there. But it is what it is. This will put me to sleep, but it is what it is. Just a shot. A shot of Diet Pepsi. Uh-huh. Okay. Look at that. So, I had a good time. In Midtown Manhattan. Love it. But it is what it is. Alright, so hopefully you had a great Saturday. You had a great Saturday night. Because we had some epic fucking wrestling tonight. AEW Full Gear 4 was just an amazing show. The final pay-per-view for AEW. We had a return of D-E-D, D-E-D, baby! D-E-D, D-E-D. Kenny and the Bucks came back. Entrance was amazing. They came out to Carry On My Wayward Son. Okay, I'm not gonna sing. I'm sorry. Now I just... But it is what it is. I sing better than you. With your garbage karaoke. Hey, we should have a karaoke off. Me versus a bunch of you trolls. I'd probably win. I'd win automatically because you probably sing like shit. Because you can't hit the high notes I can hit with Pain Killer! You try to hit those high notes Rob Halford hits. Burn in hell! I dare you. Come on. Come on. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Karaoke. YWC karaoke. Let's do it, man. We could do it a cappella. You don't have to use the backing track or a demo track. Sing it a cappella. I guarantee you, I will sing it way better than you. Even Rosa will sing it way better than you. She's not a great singer, in her own way, but, Even though she butchered one of my favorite songs by the Bee Gees. Fuck. It is what it is. But she, I gotta go back to, the karaoke bar. I haven't done karaoke in a while, but I haven't done karaoke on YouTube since I did Demolition's theme song way back in the summertime, I think it was. Even though I got copyrighted by a stupid fucking the WWE, I got a copyright claim. But it's still up. I didn't give 2 shits about that. But it is what it is. And we'll move on. But hopefully you had a great night watching AEW Full Gear. And let's get into it. So, right now, and I was going to do this tomorrow, but I saw it's late. Oh my God, let's do it now! Let's do it now, like Paul Sandy would say. Right, Paul? Let's do it. So right now, at 1:23 in the morning, on Saturday night, November the 19th, 2022, or if you're going to watch this on a replay, it is now November the 20th, 2022. We are a couple days away from Thanksgiving. Going to be a great day watching that crappy Macy's Day Parade. As soon as the parade's over, you know what that means. Holiday shopping season begins. Probably at noon on Thanksgiving. Then Black Friday shopping will begin at midnight Thursday night. Oh, that should be fun. Not that I'm going to do it, but I don't do that. I don't do Black Friday shopping. I do it online if I had to, but not going to do it this year. But it is what it is. And that's it. All right, let's get into Full Gear, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, Full Gear was amazing. Not perfect amazing, but pretty damn fucking good. And let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. So I want to get this done. And maybe have a late night snack and then maybe, just maybe, have the drunk sex. But it is what it is. That's that. All right. So Full Gear started off with 0 Hour, the pre-show, at 7 o'clock on YouTube.com. All right, so anyway, we started off live from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, that hellhole. The Rock, not The Rock, Dwayne, but The Rock, in that shithole in Newark, New Jersey, which is basically a hop, skip, and jump away from me, but I decided to go to a better city. Because Jersey sucks! But it is what it is. Alright, so on the pre-show, we had our commentary team of Tony Baloney, Taz. Don't forget, Tony Baloney is very evil and very legendary. And also, we had Excalibur and good old JR, Jim Ross, back top barbecue sauce. Oh, we had that. All right. So we start off with some commentary, talking about some of the matches you would see on the main show. There was 10 goddamn matches on the pre-show, on the main show. So 13 matches overall. It felt like WrestleMania. But that's what Tony likes, 13 matches. But it is what it is. That's why the show ended like about an hour ago. Can you stop with the 4-hour shows on a basically B-level pay-per-view? Tony Khan, man. If you want to do 5 hours, do it for All Out and Double or Nothing. I mean, like, seriously, stop it. But it is what it is. All right, so we started with that. We got a hype video for Moxley and MJF, of course. Then we started with match number 1, a 10-man tag team match, player. So we had the Factory, led by QT Marshall, not Lee Johnson, Aaron Solo, Captain Caveman, Nick Camarado, and Two Dimes, Cole Carter. Oh, we can't call him Two Dimes anymore. Anyway, Cole Carter, they take on the Best Friends. Come on, bring it in, man. Hug it out, man. Give me a hug. Best Friends, the All-Atlantic Champion Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, Chucky T, Rocky Romero of Roppongi Vice, and a very evil and very mysterious mystery partner that we found out was Mr. Danhausen. I will curse you. And Mr. Danhausen came out, as his funny Mr. Danhausen gimmick, he came out as, I'm gonna fuck you up, Mr. Danhausen. If you've seen his promo from Rampage, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, match was alright, nothing great. So it's all with the best friends and Rocky Romero coming out, and then Mr. Danhausen comes out later on in the match, and he's like, oh, pissed. But anyway, Trent starts the match out with Aaron Solo, gains the upper hand, and then Roppongi Vice come in and control the action. They triple team Lee Johnson and QT Marshall not. Then the factory takes over. They start mocking the best friend's signature hug with a stupid pullback. Dumbasses. Captain Caveman Nick Comoroto comes in, overpowers Trent Beretta, sent to the outside with a very nasty Irish whip. That was nasty in Ireland. But I digress. Trent comes back, gets the hot tag to Orange Cassidy, who uses the power of the pants. And starts doing the epic kicks of doom. Oh! I need to have my pants. Alright, then OC drops Aaron Solo, Lee Johnson with a double Hurricane Rana. Then he slams QT Marshall Knott's head into the turnbuckle a few times, hits a diving crossbody. He's on fire! But the factory regained control over OC, and then Trent Beretta and Chucky T come in. They fight back. Rocky Romero comes in, takes Nick Comoroto down. Lee Johnson and drops him with a Blue Thunder Bomb, and you know that never gets a pin. Then Orange Cassidy plants Lee Johnson with a Tornado DDT. And then QT Marshall comes in and knocks Orange Cassidy down, but gets distracted by the arrival of Mr. Danhausen! Curse you. Who comes out with new ring music. Dark, evil, like the depths of hell from like the 669th level of hell, which is even worse than the 669th level of hell. But I digress on that. So he comes out looking like he ate a bunch of steroids, brother. And he's like, tag me, I'm very evil, girl. So he comes in, beats the fuck out of QT Marshall, drops Cole Carter with a suplex, then one to Lee Johnson. Then he drills Captain Caveman Nick Comoroto with the Orange Punch. Actually, Orange Cassidy does that. Sorry about that. Then Mr. Danhausen gives him a mouthful of teeth. Don't ask. Then he kicks Nick Comoroto probably in the nuts. And that's it. Mr. Danhausen finally gets a fucking win. That is on actual TV. Well, it's not on TV, but it's on pay-per-view. There you go. So, he gets the win for the best friends, and that's pretty much it. So, I gave the match 3.25 out of 5 stars, and then after the match, the best friends send QT Marshall not back in the ring, where Mr. Danhausen pulls out a spike. BAM! Fuck that guy up. That piece of shit. Knocks him out, and then the best friends and Rocky Romero give Mr. Danhausen a good old evil hug. So there you go. Loved it. Finally, they should have just not had Mr. Danhausen come out as, circus Coney Island version of Mr. Danhausen, you know what I mean? Just let him come out as this version of Mr. Danhausen, which is more evil. It's pretty good. And that's it. Alright, then we go to back with Renee Paquette, and she's with her guest, Kensuke Takeshita, who is now all elite. He has signed a contract. I like this. This is great. Good job, Tony Khan. Good job. So he has signed on with AEW and says his dreams have now come true. He is now actually going to moving from Japan over to the United States. Nothing wrong with that. Just bring over some hot chicks for me. But I digress. Anyway. And we'll move on from it. So, Kensuke Takeshita will be on your TV screens probably every week. Maybe not. I don't know. Hopefully they don't relegate him to Dark and Elevation. I'd like to see him more often. Dynamite and some Rampages. That'd be nice. Then we move on from there. So we got that. So that's pretty damn good. Alright, match number 2 on the pre-show. The final... with the semi-final match in the All Elite World Title Tournament, we had the Machine, Brian Cage, with my good friend, my good buddy, Prince Nana of the Embassy. So he comes out and he takes on Absolute Ricky Starks. So it's an epic pose. So the winner of this match faces El Ego Ethan Page, who was on commentary on Wednesday Night Dynamite. And the match itself was okay, not great. It's also with Brian Cage taking the fight right to Ricky, targets those injured ribs, which were injured during the match with Lance Archer this past Friday night. Well, last night. So it spills out of the ring, and Brian Cage slams Ricky Starks on the apron. Ow! But Ricky comes back, kicks Cage, but the Machine uses his strength and power to beat the crap out of Ricky Starks some more. Still working on those ribs, but Ricky rallies back with a flurry of offense. But Brian Cage comes right back, catches a diving Ricky Starks, plants it with a backbreaker circa 1905. But Ricky comes right back with a modified DDT. Cage comes back, tries for a Weapon X, and Ricky counters that into a pinfall for a near fall. Then he drills Cage with a spear, not like Roman, for a near fall. And then Brian Cage is right back up, hits the discus lariat. Looked like he was about to win the match, but Ricky kicked out of that too. Cage then goes for a diving elbow drop. Not like the Macho Man, really scary chopping elbows down from heaven. Yeah. He got right Elizabeth. That's right, Randy. So, got that. So he misses that as Ricky moved. And then Ricky catches Brian Cage with the Canadian Destroyer. And then he hits Rochambeau. I don't know how the hell he picked this guy up, but what strength from Absolute Ricky Starks. Hits Rochambeau. 1, 2, 3. Ricky Starks gets the win. Match gave 3 out of 5 stars. And now Ricky Starks versus El Ego Ethan Page in the finals of the tournament. And the winner will face either Moxley or MJF at Winter is Coming December the 14th from Garland, Texas. Yep. And that's pretty much it. And we move on from there. So 3 out of 5 stars for that. Then we got a stare down with Ethan Page and Ricky Starks just to hype up Dynamite. Alright, after that, we got a new trailer for the AEW Fight Forever game, which is be on PS5. I think it's going to be on PS4 and Xbox and all various types of platforms. And, well, they took CM Dork out. Thank the Lord for that. Fuck that motherfucker. And now Kenny Omega is now, on the cover, which is should have been on the cover to begin with. Or the Bucks. So we get that, and the gameplay is so good. So fucking good. I can't wait to play that game. I'll play with Adam Cole, baby! Of course. But it is what it is. I play with Adam Cole in the SmackDown vs. Raw game, so with WWE 2K. But it is what it is. Excuse me for a second, I gotta sneeze. Ugh. My allergies are acting up. Come on out, please. Okay, maybe I don't have to sneeze. Didn't want to come out. That's what she said. Alright, so the Fight Forever game coming out next year. So, get it while it's hot. That's it. Alright, then we go to the back. Once again, Renee Young. This time, Renee Paquette. I keep calling her Renee Young. She interviews that madman himself, Eddie Kingston, who's kind of emotional after there's a post-match promo that we didn't see on TV with Eddie calling out Tony Khan Man and basically telling him that he wants to face off against Jun Akiyama one more time, and then Tony trying to do his best promo. You want him? He's done me here tomorrow! Yelling like a freaking hyena. Tony, talk normally. Don't talk like an asshole, alright? Stop it. I'm not gonna put up with this shit. That's how you're supposed to talk. Don't be like, hey, you gotta be here tomorrow! Anyway, so Eddie's all emotional about his match coming up next with Jun Akiyama from DDT in Japan. Alright, so we get this match, the final match on the pre-show. was a pretty decent match, pretty emotional match for both guys, I guess. So it starts off with a feeling out process, not like that. Then we have a stalemate. They battle for position. Eddie with a chop top to Mr. Akiyama. Then they go back and forth. Both men refuse to go down. The crowd's starting to get into it a little bit. Eddie then dumps Akiyama to the outside with a right hand. But Akiyama comes back, drops Eddie with a DDT on the apron. Ow! Oof. And then stomps his head in for good measure. And starts some more ground and pound on Eddie. Eddie then fires up with some stiff blows and hits a superplex. Then does some more chops to Mr. Akiyama-san. And dumps him on his head with a half-and-half suplex. Then they trade exploder suplexes. This is freaking crazy. Akiyama then takes control, but Eddie spikes him with a DDT. Then he hits that spinning back fist of his. Goes for the cover. Akiyama kicked out at 2. And then Akiyama comes back, hits a suplex on Eddie. But Eddie comes right back, gets a near fall on a Northern Lights suplex bomb, whatever you want to call that. Then he gets up, and he's like, you son of a bitch! He hits another back fist, knocks the guy out. And he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. He picks up the victory. So Eddie Kingston beats one of his idols, I guess, Jun Akiyama of DDT. And the match itself was pretty good. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Eddie's still crying like a bitch. But he does the manly thing and gives a code of honor to Mr. Akiyama. Then they hug. And then he gets on the mic and basically hypes up the pay-per-view. It's like, thank you, Akiyama-san. Thank you very much. We have sushi after. That's pretty much it. He says, I hope I made greats like Antonio Inoki. God rest that man's mighty soul. And he tells everyone to buy the pay-per-view. So, nice way to hype the pay-per-view up there, Eddie. Okay. So that's it. So 3 out of 5 stars for that. And that's the pre-show. It wasn't a bad pre-show. To say the least. Pretty good shit. Alright, let me get to the main show. Alright, here we go. Alright, so that was that. Then we start off with the main show, and we start off with the Pyro. We are live once again on pay-per-view with I got allergies off the buzzing right now. Anyway, so we start off match number 1 on the main show. We start off with a blood, not even a blood, but we start off with the steel cage, brother. So we have Luchasaurus with Christian. They come out, they take on Jungle Man Jack Perry. So the cage comes down from the rafters. We're all ready to go. And this match was brutal. That's all I gotta say about that. So also with Jungle Boy on the offense. He vaults off the cage wall and kicks Luchasaurus, but the big man drops him with a big boot, slams him into the steel cage. And then he starts grinding Jack Perry's head like a cheese grater, and he's busted wide open. Blood, motherfuckers! And then Luchasaurus continues to dominate, gets a near fall with a sidewalk slam a la Kevin Nash. Then he throws Jungle Boy into the cage wall again to further open up that wound. But then Jungle Boy Jack comes back with a clothesline. Actually, he comes back with a clothesline, but once again, Luchasaurus throws him into the cage again. And then Jungle Boy comes back, locks in an armbar, but Luchasaurus slams it off the top rope for a near fall. And then Christian grabs the key and unlocks the door for some odd reason. And then security stops him and takes him to the back. You are out of here. Then Luchasaurus attacks all the security guards outside the cage. And Jungle Boy comes back and kicks him. And then Luchasaurus launches Jungle Boy into the cage again. Then he gets him back in the cage, tosses 2 chairs and a table in the ring. Why not? Let's get more brutal. Jungle Boy comes back with a couple of drop kicks, kicks Luchasaurus into the cage wall, but Luchasaurus sends him launch into the air with a big back body drop on the apron. Ow. Oof. But Jungle Boy comes right back with a Canadian Destroyer for a near fall. He nails Luchasaurus with a chair in the back. Goes for the kill switch. He hits the kill switch for a near fall. But Luchasaurus slams him onto a steel chair. Ow. Then they go up top, and Jungle Boy hits a avalanche slice bread number 2. But Luchasaurus sits up like the Undertaker. You're not the Undertaker. Stop it! Stop doing that! And Jungle Boy sits up as well. I'm like, Mark Calloway is not happy. You do not try to emulate the GOAT. Stop, please. And that's it. Jungle Boy keeps fighting, hits a power driver for a near fall. Then Luchasaurus hits a power driver of his own. Then he slams Jungle Boy to the mat. And then Jungle Boy locks in a 1902 sleeper hold. Then he puts Luchasaurus on the table. Then he hits Luchasaurus with the chair, for good measure. He goes to the top of the cage. Then he thinks he's fucking Superfly Jimmy Snuka, but doesn't do the Superfly splash off the top of the cage. He hits a Macho Man elbow, oh yeah, from the top of the cage, running elbow down from the cage of heaven. Dig it, right, Elizabeth? That's right, Andy. So he hits that. The table just doesn't even obliterate. Just like he hits it, then the table broke. So I would say I am the table, but it broke. But in any event, then he locks in the snare trap, and Luchasaurus tapped out like the dinosaur he is. And that's it. So Jungle Man Jack Perry destroys the dinosaur known as Luchasaurus. He gets the win, matching a 3.25 out of 5 stars. And there you go. We move on from there. All right, match number 2, match of the fucking night. For the AEW Trios titles, we had the Death Triangle of my good friend Pentagon, like the Prophecy, and the Armada. We have Zero Miedo, Ray Phoenix, and that bastard Pac, as they take on the returning The Elite, the Elite, baby! The Elite, baby! So Kenny and the Bucks come out to Carry On My Wayward Son by that great band known as Kansas. Kansas is cool. They get a big pop, and they look great. They come out with Don Callis, that idiot Michael Nakazawa, and that other idiot Brandon Cutler filming, so you know there's gonna be BTE on Monday. Do you want to know what makes Daddy Gilmore's dick hard? Besides Oscar and Kyrie and EO? BTE. Oh, can't wait for BTE on Monday at 12 o'clock. Oh, it's gonna be good. Thank you, Brandon Cutler. About fucking time, you fucking idiot. But anyway, so this match was amazing. Good shit. Kind of a shocking ending. We all thought that the Elite were going to win the titles, did they? No. Which sucks. But anyway, so it's also with Kenny and Pac training on some fast-paced offense. And then Ray Phoenix, and I believe it was one of the Jackson. I think it was Nick Jackson. Exchanging some counters and some strikes. And, my allergies are starting to act up now. I can't barely talk almost. Then the Bucks do what they usually do. They do best. They hit a super kick, because it's a super kick attack! I like to super kick these trolls right in the dick. But I digress. Anyway, so they super kick Ray Phoenix, and the Elite gain the upper hand. The Bucks dive on the Pac on the outside. And then Kenny Omega goes to slam Pentagon, but Pac kicks the knee out. There's a ground and pound on Kenny. They take control. Kenny gets the hot tag to Matt Jackson, who does a whole bunch of suplexes, taking everybody to Suplex City, not like Brock, but, move on from there. Then the Lucha Brothers come in. They double team Matt. And then Death Triangle isolates him, but Matt slams Rey Fenix to the mat, gets the tag to his brother Nick, who cleans house with a flurry of offense, Lucha Libre, and he drops Pac with a bulldog. Then he takes both the Lucha Brothers down, gets the tag to Kenny, who kills Pac with a kick. Then he dumps Pac with a Snapdragon suplex. Ugh. Those things are sick. And then Matt Jackson spikes Rey Fenix DDT on the apron. Yeesh. And then Nick, for good measure, drops Pentagon with a Hurricanrana onto everybody at ringside. And then Kenny does what he does. He starts his Terminator pose. And then the fans are like... And what does he do? He does the Terminator flippy-dippity-doo! Oh, actually, before that, I apologize. I read my notes too fast. Kenny goes for the V-trigger, but Pac counts into a release German suplex, kicks Omega, and then they hit triple tombstones onto the Elite. That was crazy. And then Pac hits the Black Arrow, not the Brutalizer on Kenny, but that gets broken up by the Bucks. And Lucha Brothers dive onto the Bucks at ringside. And then Rey Fenix comes in, rocks Kenny with a stomp to the abdomen. Ugh. Kick to the gut. Where are we here? Alright, Pac then tosses Rey Fenix the bell hammer. And Rey's like, I'm not using this. What the fuck you doing, man? So Pac wants to cheat. And Rey's like, I'm not doing that shit. And then Kenny hits the V-trigger. And then Tiger Driver 98. Why are there two different versions of the Tiger Driver? Why can't we have Tiger Driver 22 or something like that? Just call it the Tiger Driver, goddammit. So he hits that for a near fall. Pentagon then dishes out some sling blades, but the Elites take him down with some triple super kicks. Then he hit the BTE trigger. Knock him out, but Pentagon kicks out at 2. Nick then stops Pac from using the bell hammer on Kenny. And then Matt dives onto Pac and Pentagon at ringside. But Rey Fenix grabs the hammer from Pac as Kenny was trying for One-Winged Angel to win the match and the titles back for the second time. But Rey hits Kenny in the head with the freaking hammer and pins him 1, 2, 3. Death Triangle shockingly defeat the Elite and retain the Trios Championship. Fuck! But, you know, a lot of people were pissed. I was pissed. I was freaking throwing fucking drinks. I'm like, fuck! Breaking glasses all over the bar. They didn't get thrown out, but it is what it is. I got pissed off. Everybody in the bar got pissed off. What are you gonna do? But you didn't really think that the Elite were gonna win. I had them to win, but there was a part of me saying, maybe he's not gonna win. Maybe later on, maybe by Revolution, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, match number 3 for the TBS Championship. We had the Native Beast, Nyla Rose, who came out with a nice hoopty-hoopty car, emulating Eddie Guerrero ese Latino Heat, who comes out with Vicky Guerrero, excuse me, in her I'm Your Mommy shirt. Did you steal that from Rhea Ripley? And came out with Marina Shafir. So it was a pretty nice little homage, if you will, to Eddie. You know, I guess, you know, Vicky thought of that whole thing. It's like, hey, why don't we do something for my late great husband? What did you think about that, Eddie? I thought it was nice, but why did my stupid wife have to do that shit to me, man? I don't understand. That stupid pendeja. Hey, watch your language. There, you know. She gave birth to your fucking son, Dominic! What a slight, I forgot! How could you forget? I mean, come on now. I don't know, I've been drinking too much sangria with China. What do you want me to do, Issy? Anyway, we move on. So that was pretty nice. They came out to that. And then Jade Cargill, the actual TBS champion, comes out looking like Chitara from Thundercats. Holy crap! That was nice. I was hoping they would she would come out and Panthro's little what was that fucking tank thing they had back in the day with Thundercats. I forgot what they call that stupid freaking tank looking thing. She could have came out with Panthro and some guy would like dress up as Lionel. Would have been really really nice if they came out. She came out with it was dark and then you hear thunder, Thundercats, ho! And then the red strobe light pops out and you see the Thundercats logo. That would have been epic. When she comes, she came out with she's Tara. Well, where's your whip? Where the hell's the whip? Come on now. But she looked amazing. Great she's a great cosplayer. She dressed up, I forgot what paper she dressed up. I think it was All Out. She dressed up as She-Hulk. I can only imagine what she's going to dress up as for probably either Winter is Coming or maybe she'll dress up as Black Panther. Well, not Black Panther, the chick from Black Panther 2. Which is not a great movie, to be honest with you. I've seen it on the TV. Not that good. It's good, but not that good. Just saying. But anyway, so it was a pretty cool down match from the Kenny match, of course, and the Bucks match with the Elite, the trios match. So anyway, it starts with Jade getting an early advantage, sends Nyla spilling to the floor. She has a pump kick that sends Nyla into the crowd. But Nyla comes right back as we get in the ring. She gets a near fall off a big splash. Jade catches Nyla with a boot to face. But Nyla comes right back, counts a dive from Jade, plants her with a neck breaker. And then she hits the King Kong knee drop over the ropes. And get that. Jade comes right back with the Beast Bomb. That's Nyla's finisher for a near fall. But Nyla counters Jaded with her own version of Jaded and looked like she was about to finally pin Jade and give her first loss in her career. But Jade kicks out of that tool. And the fans were like, yes! Then they get back up. Jade hits a pump kick and pins and then gets the win. She picks up Nyla, hits Jaded. 1, 2, 3. She is still your TBS champion. Undefeated, 40-something and 0. 42, 43 and 0. Actually, it's 42. It's 42 and 0 now. So 42 and 0 Jade Cargill on her way to 50. I don't know who beats Jade. Who beats Jade? I'm like talking to people at the bar. I'm like, who the fuck beats this bitch? And I'm like talking to people after the match and everything, and I'm like, who beats Saraya? The only person I can think of is Saraya. But why would they feed Saraya to Jade Cargill? She would obliterate her. Literally obliterate her. She's basically the female Goldberg at this point. Who beats her? Is it gonna be somebody like Kevin Nash? Remember when Goldberg was on that, he had 180-something win streak and he lost to fucking Kevin Nash at Starcade? Was Mr. Scott Hocchico with the cow prattle? I thought that was a cheap way to break the streak, but it is what it is. But anyway, I guess I don't know who beats Jade at this point. I really don't. Who are they going to build up now? Saraya? Maybe one of the baddies is next because they turn on her, like Kiera Hogan turns on her, or Layla Gray turns on her, or maybe Red Velvet comes back and comes out of your mama's kitchen. If that happens, it's just like win, 45 and 0. I think when she goes for 50, I think that might be where Jade might lose. Probably when she's 49 and 0 by Winter is Coming, or maybe by Battle of the Belts, January the 7th, 2023, or at Revolution, she finally loses. But then again, she can just go all the way up to Double or Nothing 5, when she'll probably have that belt for at least a year plus. I really don't know who's gonna be the one in whatever and one. At this point, I don't see anybody beating Jade. I really don't. She could be like the female Hulk Hogan, hold that belt for 5 years. Oh, man. But still, the match was alright. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, match number 4 for the Ring of Jericho title. Fatal 4-way match. We had the Ocho, the Wizard, the Painmaker, Chris Jericho, the champion, taking on Bryan Danielson. Yes! And the former Ring of Honor champion, Claudio Castagnoli of the Blackpool Cunt Club. Also, in the match was the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. This match was alright. Nothing great. We had Ian Rica Boring, and I think we had Caprice Coleman on commentary, and maybe it was just Ian Rica Boring. That too. So it starts off with Claudio and Bryan fighting off the Jericho Appreciation Society, basically. Then Danielson hits a dive onto Guevara on the outside, and then both members of the Blackpool Cup Club double team Jericho and Guevara some more. So like this felt like the tag match on Dynamite early on. Then you knew it was going to happen. Claudio and Bryan turn on each other, start beating the crap out of each other, because every man for himself. Jericho then sneaks back in, takes control, but then they come back on Jericho, locking a double Boston Crab on the champ, but Sammy Guevara breaks that up with a diving Gilmore Cutter! Bang! Not as great as me, but still. Anyway, Claudio gets sent to the outside, which leaves Danielson on his own with the Jericho Appreciation Society. So the Sexy Gods double team him, and then Sammy Guevara targets Danielson's bad eye again, as does Jericho. Rip that eye socket out. And then Jericho tells Sammy to stand by while I go for the pin. Even though, he's kind of a little pissed off at Sammy. He's like, you stay there while I'll take the pin. Then Danielson comes back with a series of strikes, kicks Sammy and Jericho. Sammy then flips around, hits a Spanish Fly, not like Joel Maximo and the Maximo Brothers. Big ups to them. That's my mentor. Then Jericho hits a Lionsault on both of the Jericho Appreciation Society members. Claudio comes back, hits a gut wrench slam on Jericho, and then stomps him for a near fall. Jericho catches Claudio with a code breaker, goes to the pin. Sammy breaks that up. Then they start arguing, and then Sammy starts beating up his best friend with some strikes. Then Sammy hits the code breaker out of nowhere for a near fall. And then Sammy tries to lock in the walls of Jericho. Jericho counters that. Then he locks it in. And Sammy's about to tap, and then Jericho is like, oh, well, I don't need to put you in the walls of Jericho. I'm going to put Danielson in the walls of Jericho. Claudio breaks that up. And then Claudio and Danielson lock in a double submission, but Sammy breaks that up. And then Sammy blindsides Jericho with the go to hell. Hits the shooting star press. Looks like he's about to win the title, but Jericho kicked out at 2. So after that, Sammy hits Danielson with some elbows, but Bryan no-sells it. He's like, come on, hit me, you asshole! So Claudio then presses Sammy, throws him on the Jericho on the outside of the ring, and then Danielson blasts Claudio with the Buzaiku kick for a near fall. Claudio gets a near fall on a lariat, body tool. Sammy then drops Claudio with an avalanche Diamond Gilmore Cutter. Bang! Pretty nice. Then he goes for Spanish Fly. Danielson counters it into the bell lock, but Jericho broke that up. Claudio then plants Danielson with the neutralizer on the floor. Ow! Sammy goes on top, hits the shooting star press to the floor. That was nice. Claudio then puts Sammy in the swing of doom. But Jericho hits a leaping Judas Effect elbow on Claudio. Then he hits another one. 1, 2, 3. Chris Jericho retains the Ring of Jericho title. Like I told you he would. And that's pretty much it. And we will move on from there. later on in the show, Jericho does an interview, and then Sammy Guevara comes. I'll tell it in a minute. I don't want to give out the surprise, but a member of New Japan Pro Wrestling, former never openweight champion, former. Did he win anything else? I don't think. No, I know he's never been world. I don't think he won the world championship. Former trios champion in New Japan, but you know who he is. The Pitbull is coming for Jericho's belt. But we'll talk about it in a minute. But so I don't even know what I'm talking about now. All right, so we got that. So Jericho retains the Ring of Honor title. Pretty good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. Chat room is still open, like Ribby Sky's legs. If you want to come in. If not, then just watch me. Because you love to watch me, because you're jerking off right now. You can't get enough. But I digress. All right. After that, we get to, I think this is match number 5. So we have the second of the women's matches. This time we have Dr. Britt Baker, our good friend and yours and mine. Say it with me now. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby! As she takes on the returning Saraya Paige, coming back from her first match in basically like 5 to 7 years. She comes out. The fans are all up in arms. I think her brother was there in the crowd. Zach, who's about to get an AEW contract. Good job there, Tony. Good job. So the family is gonna be in AEW. Saraya Knight and Zachary Knight, or whatever his name is. But it is what it is. So that was pretty damn good. This match was okay. Nothing great. Paige still had a little bit of ring rust, but still, she had her old gear, which is great. Looking fabulous. So it's also with Britt controlling the action, dominates early on. She starts targeting the bad neck of Paige a lot during the match. Tries to strangle her. But Paige slams Britt on the apron. Ow. Hits a diving crossbody off the apron to the floor. And then they trade blows in the middle of the ring. Paige gets the upper hand, stomps Baker in the corner. Then she slams Britt, gets a near fall out of that. Britt goes for the lockjaw, but Paige got the ropes. Britt gets a near fall off an air raid crash. Then starts stomping on Saraya. Goes to the pin. So Paige kicks out again. Paige comes back with a sunset flip power bomb off the top for a near fall. Then he picks up Britt, hits Rampage. Not that Rampage, not the show, but her move. I'm surprised they actually let her call it the Rampage, or the commentator's like, oh shit, the Rampage! I thought they were gonna change that, but I guess not. So anyway, she hits Rampage, and Britt kicks out at 2. Britt comes back, takes Paige down, goes for the lockjaw, but Paige turns it into a pin attempt for a near fall. Smart. Then she kicks Britt, drills her with a knee to the head, and that was basically it for Britt. Knocked her right out. Then she gets another one, either further the damage. Then she picks her up, hits Rampage. I was like, just pin her already! Jesus Christ! So Paige is like, no. I'm not gonna pin her just yet. She picks her up, hits Rampage again. 1, 2, then finally she pins Britt. 1, 2, 3. Paige gets the win, her first win in AEW, and her first win back in about 7 goddamn years. The fans loved it. Paige is crying. He's like, I can't believe I won. I'm happy. But it was great. Rosa's favorite wrestler next to Bobby Roode. So Rosa was even crying a little bit. What are you going to do? So really emotional match for all you Paige lovers out there. I didn't get emotional. I was happy for Paige and everything. I'm glad she's back. And then now, what's next for Paige? Where does she go from here? Does she go right to the AEW Women's Championship, or does she go for the TBS Championship? but we'll have to see. It's only her first match back, so we'll have to see what her next feud might be. But I think Britt might have something to say on Wednesday Night Dynamite, but we'll see what happens with that. And we get that. So I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, she goes to the outside and hugs her brother Zack after the match. Very emotional moment for Saraya and Zack, who are now both in AEW. That's all that matters. Family bonding. There you go. And we move on from there. And move on. All right, 3 out of 5 stars for that. All right, now, trying to get my notes back in order. If my computer would work. There you go. I knew you could do it. All right, match number 6 for the TNT title. We had Powerhouse Will Hobbs, the Ring of Honor TV champion Samoa Joe, and the TNT champion Wardlow. Big, beefy men slapping meat match, as Issa would say. And these men beat the living bejesus out of each other. They go to war right away. The action spills right out of the ring. Will Hobbs suplexes Wardlow in the ring. Joe then hits Hobbs, but Hobbs comes right back with an elbow strike. Then he dumps Joe with a suplex as he starts to control the match a little bit. Wardlow then dives off the top rope, takes out both men. He hits Hobbs with a Swanton Bomb. And then Joe rocks Will Hobbs with a running boot in the corner. The running Yakuza kick. Stop using my fucking move. Bastard. Then Wardlow slams Will Hobbs, drops Joe with a spine buster. But Joe comes right back, dives on both of them on the outside. And then Hobbs takes Joe and tackles Joe into the barricade. Ow. They go back in the ring, and Hobbs hits the... what's that damn name of the movie hits? Not the Atonement. That's some other guy. He hits a spine buster on Wardlow. But Wardlow comes right back, goes to the Powerbomb Symphony, and he hits like, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 on Hobbs. And he's about to go for the pin and retain the title, but Joe sneaks in, hits Wardlow with the title belt, with the TNT title, knocks him out. This is a triple threat, that's allowed. Then he locks in the Kojima clutch, and he chokes Will Hobbs out, and Samoa Joe is your new TNT champion. Who saw that coming? I didn't see that coming. I thought Wardlow was going to retain. I really didn't think Joe should have won. I really didn't want to see Joe with both belts, because now what are you going to do with Joe and with the Ring of Honor TV title? He has to most likely drop it at Final Battle. Unless he's going to keep it. I don't know. But it doesn't make sense for Joe, who is another company's champion, wins the other company's championship. Kind of makes no sense here. Looks like there's a plan that Tony Khan's doing with Joe. That he's going to actually have Joe on TV more, which is good. But I digress on that. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so anyway, Samoa Joe gets the win. Match gave 3.25 out of 5 stars, and he is your new TNT champion. So we'll see what happens with him on Wednesday Night Dynamite. But I do see Wardlow coming back in his rematch. Maybe we'll get a winner takes all match, or I don't know what we're going to get. But we'll see what happens with that. So we move on. Joe has now both belts. He has both TV belts, basically. So he's the TV champion of the world on Ring of Honor and on TNT. And we move on from there. All right, then we go to the back, and here's the segment I wanted to talk about with Jericho. We have Tony Baloney, the very evil Tony Baloney. He's backstage with Jericho, and Jake Hager, the people. By the way, I did read a story about Jake Hager that John Cena, that bitch, did not want to drop the WWE title to him. Really now, John? Why, you think that Jake Hager would have been a bad WWE champion? You fucking mark. That's why I fucking hate Cena. Doesn't let anybody... only cares about his goddamn self. Where are you now, John? Doing nothing. We're just waiting for your match at WrestleMania against that other schmuck, Logan Paul. I hope both of them get severely hurt in that match. Fuck both of them. And fuck their stupid fans, too. But I digress. Anyway, so they're back. And, Tony asked Jericho about, the argument with Sammy Guevara and everything, during the match. Jericho says him and Sammy just, simply clash in the spirit of competition. And then out of nowhere, Orange Cassidy comes in for some odd reason. And says that Tomohiro Ishii, not Ishii, Ishii, wants to challenge Jericho for the Ring of Honor title. Hey, wait a minute here. Hold on. Hold the fort. Didn't Jericho say that he wants to... God damn it, my fucking allergies. Oh. So, didn't Jericho say that he wants to face all the Ring of Honor champions? Didn't he say that? I think he did. When the hell did freaking Tomohiro Ishii win the Ring of Honor championship? I don't remember. If he did, I don't remember it. I know he held a TV title. Well, I guess, Jericho said I'll face any champion, so I guess that makes sense now. I didn't think of it just till now, so I'm sorry. Anyway, so Ishii wants to face Jericho for the Ring of Honor. I don't think that would be a pretty damn good match. So Jericho comes back and says that Ishii used to get him coffee and shiny shoes while he was in Japan. Maybe in the early days when he was a young lion, not when he was big fat pitbull Ishii back in the day. Because you remember when Ishii was starting to come up and basically beat everybody in Japan. You weren't there, Jericho. But in the early days when you were Lionheart Chris Jericho in Japan, fighting up with that guy named Benoit. Chris Benoit. So, I can say that, yeah. Alright, so Jericho looked like he accepted the challenge. I don't know when that match is going to be. Maybe on Dynamite this Wednesday night. That could be good. I'd like to see that. But anyway. And not to be outdone, Jake Hager asks Orange Cassidy, hey, what's in the bag there, dude? And Orange Cassidy takes out his All-Atlantic title. And it looks like we got a title match of our own there. So it looks like Jake Hager versus Orange Cassidy for the All-Atlantic Championship. So I guess Tony Khan's kind of building to the aftermath of Full Gear on Wednesday Night Dynamite this Wednesday night. The Thanksgiving Day Smash, or whatever the hell it's called. Thanksgiving Bash, whatever the fuck he's calling it. From Chicago on Wednesday Night Dynamite live from Chicago. So I guess that's your 2-for-1 special on Wednesday night. Got the Ring of Jericho title, Jericho versus Ishii, and then Orange Cassidy versus Jake Hager for the All-Atlantic title. I like it. Let's see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, match number 7. Well, we got a long way to go. Match number 7, no disqualification, no count-out street fight match. We had Black Machismo, ooh, yeah. Jay Lethal and the Last Outlaw, Jeff Jarrett, J-E-F-F-J-A-R-R-E-T-T. That's Jeff Jarrett, Double J. They come out with Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt, the original player from the Himalaya, as they take on the Man Called Singh and Darby Allin. So it starts out with Jarrett bringing out some fake stings to the ring, and then Darby comes out and attacks Jay Lethal through a humongous fog smoke thing during the entrance. and then basically beating up the rest of the fake Stings with his skateboard. And then everyone's like, hey, where the hell is Sting? And Jarrett's looking for Sting. Like, where the hell is Sting? He's got to pop up from the freaking... He's going to repel from the top of the Prudential Center? He could have. But Sting pops up behind Jarrett. He attacks Jarrett before both of them kind of switch opponents. And then the fight goes into the crowd. Darby suplexes Jarrett on the floor. Ow. Goes to the coffin drop off a ladder right by the ring. Right by the entrance, I should say. But Satnam Singh catches him, and then he kind of, like, picks him up like he's Jesus. Like, and he puts him up in the lasers. Hey, Chico. I thought he was going to, like, throw him somewhere. Like a freaking dart. Like, throw him right through the crowd or some shit. But he carries him, slams him on the ramp. Ow. And while that's going on, Sting Sting is in the crowd. And he dives off a balcony. That guy's 63 years old. What is he, 62 years old? 63-year-old Sting diving off balconies? Gee, guy's freaking nut. But anyway, he dives off onto both of them. And then Jarrett grabs Darby, grounds him, floors him with a clothesline in the ring. Sting then comes back in and cleans house, like the Man Cold Sting does. Then he traps Jarrett in a Scorpion Deathlock. But Satnam Singh breaks that up and choke slams the Man Called Sting. I thought Sting was just gonna get up like and then Jay Lethal hits Darby with a lethal combination, not the lethal injection. So hits that. Then Jarrett grabs his guitar as Lethal holds Darby up, but Darby avoids the guitar shot. And Jarrett blasts Darby with the guitar anyway, doing a coffin drop attempt. Hit him like right in the back of the head. But Darby comes back, fires back on Jarrett with some strikes. Sting then takes out Sanjay Dutt with an elbow. Then Sting and Darby double team Satnam Singh. Darby dives on the Jarrett on the outside. And then while inside the ring, Sting counters the lethal injection into the Scorpion Death Drop. And then Darby comes right back, goes up top, hits the coffin drop on Jay Lethal. 1, 2, 3. Sting and Darby get the win. Match itself was alright. 3.25 out of 5 stars. But it is what it is. I had them to win. And that's pretty much it. Alright, now my computer is frozen and I can't get to the goddamn rest of the card. That sucks. And we'll move on from there. Alright, from what I can remember, I guess I won't be able to go to the rest of the card, but it's okay. But I think after that was the AEW Women's Championship between Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker and Rebel at ringside. It was a pretty good match. Toni Storm looked like she broke her nose because she was bust wide open. But they went back and forth, but in the end, Jamie Hayter is your new AEW Women's Champion. The fans loved it. And I think it was a pretty good match. And now we got the Jamie Hayter saga, the era of Jamie Hayter. So Hayter's gotta hate. And she wins the title. And we'll see what happens with her on Wednesday Night Dynamite. I'm not gonna be able to get this. Alright, that's fine. So that's that. So Jamie Hayter gets the win and wins the title, and that's pretty much it. But I do see the eventual start of Britt Baker turning on her. Jamie's going to turn face, obviously, and probably see Jamie Hayter versus Britt Baker baby for the Women's Championship, maybe at Winter is Coming or by the end of the year. Then again, maybe they hold off on it till Battle of the Belts 5 in January, but then we don't know yet, but we'll see. So that's it. So congratulations to Jamie Hayter. That's all that matters. Let me move on. All right, then we go for the tag team belts. We had Swerve in Our Glory, and that guy's cousin, Swerve Strickland, Whose house? Swerve's house. Still his house, somehow. They take on The Acclaimed! Max Caster and Anthony Bowens with Daddy Ass! Who came out, and just want to say to all the ladies out there, Scissor me, mommy ass! So we get that. It was a pretty good match. Anthony Bowens still has his shoulder injury, so Swerve and Keith Lee were targeting that for most of the match. Yeah, I'm not gonna get this crap. All right, I'll just do it on the fly. So it was kind of a back and forth match. Swerve and Glory was about to win the belts. Swerve wanted Keith Lee to use the pliers, I think, on Bowens. But Keith Lee's like, I'm not going to do that. I want to win the traditional way. Let's just hit a finisher and get out of here and win the belts back for the second time. And Swerve's like, okay, you don't want to do that? Slaps Keith Lee in the face, and Keith's like, you son of a bitch, just slapped me. And he's like, well, fuck you, man. He leaves in a huff. You're out of here. And then the Acclaim basically took apart Swerve. They hit the mic drop. They hit their finisher. And 1, 2, 3, they retained the AEW tag team titles. And that's pretty much it. Looks like Swerve is gonna fully go heel now. And I don't know what's gonna happen with him and Keith Lee. I care less. But the Acclaim get the win, retain the titles, and I could probably see a showdown with FTR, Forever the Revival, when they come back from Japan, because they're in the World Tag League right now. So maybe by the end of the year, we'll see FTR and the Acclaim go at it for the belts. Maybe a winner takes all match. We'll get all the belts being defended. So somebody's going to come out with like 8 titles. Quadruple tag team champions. But, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that when we get there. But, match is alright. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Right, let's see if I can... my goddamn thing froze. Actually, it didn't freeze. I just can't do anything on my goddamn computer. It does that from time to time. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Come on. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test these 1, 2, 3. It is what. All right, so that's pretty much it. I might be missing a couple things because I'm trying to do it off the top of my head now from my notes. But in any event, we get to the main event of the evening for the AEW World Title. We had MJF, Maxwell Jacob Knocker. Taking on the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley, who came out with Regal! Mr. Lego, sunshine. War Games! That's next week there, Regal. Regal, next week, you say War Games. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry, sunshine. War Games! Okay, stop it. Anyway. Alright, I have to fix the goddamn computer after. But anyway, pretty damn good match with Moxley and MJF. Lots of near falls. You know, the crowd was on the edge of their seat. They really wanted Maxwell to get the win. And kind of looked bleak for Maxwell as Moxley hit a super paradigm shift off the top rope. That was sick. Then it's in the Bulldog choke. There we go. Now you go, right? Fucking technology. Alright, so we had that. Okay, so, alright, so, let me just get into some of the match. Alright. There wasn't really any blood. Sucks. Moxley with a no blood match. Go figure that one out. They did go to the floor a few times. MJF slammed Moxley's head into the turnbuckle, sets up a table at ringside. Moxley drops him with a Gilmore cutter when he comes right back in the ring. Then he stomps MJF, but MJF comes back with a power driver, like short little power driver on the apron he hits. Sick. But Moxley comes back, drops MJF with a power driver through the table. Ow. And MJF almost got counted out for that. As the referee's counting, he was basically dead, and he was like, referee's like, all right, Bryce was about to count him out, but MJF barely got up. Moxley then drops it with a paradigm shift, goes for the cover, and MJF kicked out at 2. The fans will love that. MJF then traps Moxley in a figure 4. Woo! Nature boy! But Moxley reverses the pressure and escapes. MJF then comes back, gets a near fall with the Heat Seeker. But Moxley comes back, drops MJF with a chop block, targeting his leg. Not good. MJF then crosses Moxley on the ropes, but Moxley hits an avalanche paradigm shift, like I said, from the top. And Moxley goes to the pin. MJF broke it up as he just got to the ropes. And then both of them trade blows in the middle of the ring. MJF pulls Bryce into Moxley's path as Moxley was running right at MJF, so Bryce took the hit, and we got a good old-fashioned ref bump. Then MJF has the Dynamite Diamond ring, and puts it on. He's thinking about using it, and then we see Mr. Regal go, "No, Sunshine, no." He just, so tells him, no. You said you weren't going to use it. So MJF's like, shit. Puts it down, and then Moxley sneaks up behind MJF, goes for the Bulldog choke. MJF counters into a pin attempt as Bryce woke up, and Moxley kicked out at 2. And then he goes for the choke again, but then actually the replacement ref, I'm sorry, I forgot who it was. I think it was either Paul Turner or Rick Knox came out, and he counted the pinfall, but like I said, MJF kicked out at 2. Then that referee we get a ref bump again, and then we get the Bulldog choke. MJF's tapping, and the referee doesn't see it. Moxley thinks he won the match, and then the crowd, they're on the edge of their seats, thinking something's gonna happen, and then what we thought was gonna happen, Mr. Regal turns on he turns on Moxley. So bye-bye Blackpool Cuckold Club. So Regal slides in the brass knucks to MJF. He puts it on. He gets up. Bryce is still kind of coming to, and MJF, boom, right in the fucking face. Knocks out Moxley, hides the evidence in his trunks. Bryce comes to. MJF slowly goes for the cover. The fans are on their seat, and they go, 1, 2, 3. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion in Maxwell Jacob Fuckknocker. So the MJF era has begun. The devil reigns supreme. And I loved it. So I give the match 3.5 out of 5 stars. Regal was all happy, but I don't want to be you on Wednesday night, dude. You're going to have some explaining to do. Hey, Lucy, you have explaining to do. So we're going to probably hear from Regal on Wednesday. Maybe he comes out with MJF. Maybe now he's going to be his manager. But then again, you got Sophie Hathaway in the firm, probably waiting in the wings. So that'll probably be the next feud the first feud for MJF. He has to go through all the members of the firm, who he'll beat easily. Probably destroy Lee Moriarty first. Get through the assholes. The ass boys easily. Then he'll probably have a pretty tough time against Page. Then I think the final match will be against Big Cass or W Morrissey, whatever the fuck his name is. He'll probably beat him, and then I would probably think at Revolution or maybe somewhere down the line he'll probably get a rematch with Moxley, but he'll beat Moxley again. I really think MJF's gonna hold that belt through 2023. I don't know who beats him at this point. Maybe Kenny, but it's not gonna be Adam Cole. We don't even know if Adam Cole's gonna wrestle again, which sucks. That really upsets me. Adam Cole, he looks good. He feels good. When you look good, you feel good. That's a commercial. So, he looked great on his Twitch channel. He doesn't look like he has a concussion. He just hasn't been cleared yet. I don't know if he's going to go through the protocol, if he can even wrestle again. But if he does, hopefully by the grace of God himself, he makes Adam Cole come back. Then I say, yeah, give Adam Cole the belt. Let him go against MJF, probably at All Out 5. Or maybe double nothing, but, we'll have to see what happens with that. But if not, I don't know who beats MJF at this point. Who would beat MJF besides probably Kenny, but Kenny will be, I would assume Kenny's going to be turned heel again to face MJF as a face, which doesn't really work because he's a better heel than a face. So keep Kenny as a face going into next year. But, we'll have to see what happens with that. But MJF is your new champion. The crowd went completely berserk. And the match itself was pretty damn good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So, we're going to hear from Maxwell, Jacob Fartknocker, on Dynamite in his celebration speech with the new title. And who's his first opponent going to be? I would assume Moxley's going to come out and like, you beat me. Good job, Maxwell. Then it was like, I want my title back. So, they'll probably do something maybe when it was coming December the 14th. Can't be at Winter is Coming because, I think MJF's going to face Ricky Starks that night. But I would think maybe Moxley, the winner of that gets to face me on the Christmas show. But, we'll have to see what happens Wednesday night, what Tony Khan had plans for MJF going forward, going to the end of this year and going into the next year. But I would love for him to hold that belt for at least a year going to 2024, and we don't know what's going to happen with his contract status. Some people think he signed the contract extension. People say he hasn't signed a contract extension. I don't know. But we'll see what happens when we get there. That's all that matters. But I'm happy for MJF. Finally wins the big one. And that's pretty much it. So that's all I got to say about that. So that ends Full Gear 4, the final pay-per-view of the year for AEW, and they came out swinging. I think they hit a home run with this pay-per-view. They didn't get a lot of hype, but still, matches were great. There's only one hiccup with that. Some of the women's matches were. People say Jade versus Nyla was not that great. It was sloppy. In a way, it kind of was sloppy, but it is what it is. So that's it. So my final rating for Full Gear 4, 8.25 out of 10 stars. And then we'll see what happens this Wednesday night on the Thanksgiving show, live from Chicago, Illinois. And we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if there was a media scrum. I haven't seen anything yet, but I assume there might have been. I don't know if the Bucks and Kenny were on that. I doubt it, but then again, you never know. But I'm probably gonna after I finish editing, I'm gonna look up some news and see if there's anything interesting that came out of maybe a media scrum or anything like that. And that's pretty much it. SmackDown, by the way, the rating came out 2.13 rating, or 2.2. I think it was a 2.13 or 2.23. So it went up a little bit. And Rampages hasn't come out yet, but we'll probably get that tomorrow or maybe by Monday. But I assume that might have went up because it was live, so we'll see. That's it. So 8.25 out of 10 stars for Full Gear, and that's pretty much it. So that's it. Thank you all for watching this video. If you liked it, smash that like button, stick it straight up there, you know what, and subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well. They're all down below in the gobbledygook. Follow me on social media if you dare. You have to be real. If you're not real, get the fuck out of here. On Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And share the video once again all over the internet. Get it out. Get the word out. So new people can come in. They have to be real. But trolls, you can make 6 million fucking fake accounts and sub to me. I don't give two shits. Free view equals free sub. Thank you very much. And that's pretty much it. Love you a long time. That's it. But subscribe. Hit the bell. Please hit that bell to get notified when another video, which will probably come maybe Monday night or Tuesday. We'll have to see. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything tomorrow unless something big comes out. But I want to watch football and rest up tomorrow. I had a long week. And we got that. And Monday we got Monday Night Raw. We got the Niners game on Monday Night Football against Arizona in Mexico City. That should be pretty damn good. My main focus is going to be on that in between watching Raw. So we live tweeting Raw and the Niner game on Twitter. And then probably Tuesday afternoon-ish, I'll probably do my Monday Night Raw review, get you ready for NXT, and then NXT review will come out on Wednesday, and then Dynamite will probably come maybe, I don't know if I'm going to, Thanksgiving I'm probably going to be out most of the day, so I don't really want to come home and then do a review on Thanksgiving. I mean, I'll probably have a lot of time, so I'll be out during the afternoon for Thanksgiving with my folks and you know who. And I'll probably come home, I'm going to be stuffed, eating all that good Thanksgiving food, and I just want to come home and sleep for a little bit, and then maybe get up. Maybe I'll do a Dynamite stream on Thanksgiving. If not, I'll definitely do it Friday, Black Friday. Survivor Series predictions will come next Saturday on TSL 45, right before it's the Survivor Series. That review will be coming on maybe late next Saturday night or next Sunday, but we'll have to see what happens with that. A lot of stuff coming your way this coming week. And hopefully you all stay tuned, hit that bell, so when I do a video, you know when it's out. That's pretty much it. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to go edit, and I'm going to have a late night snack, go to sleep, and get up tomorrow for some football. Going to be some good shit. Week 11 in the NFL, in the league where they play for pay. Got the Giants and the Detroit Lions at MetLife Stadium, 1 o'clock on Fox. And then we got a big division match in the AFC East. The Patriots in Foxborough taking on those Jets out CBS. We'll see what happens with that. They moved the Buffalo Bills game to Detroit, which I think is good. You know, get them out of that 77 inches of fucking snow over there. Good Lord. 77 inches of snow. What is this, the Arctic Circle? Jeez. That's going to be a lot of digging, dude. Holy crap. 77 and more is to come. So probably after freaking this week coming, after Thanksgiving, they might have like almost close to 90, almost 100 feet of snow. Jesus Christ. Sucks to live there, dude. Thankfully, it's up there, not here. Even though we're getting some rain, maybe transitioning to freezing rain and maybe some flurries Friday night. But it's going to be warm. It's going to be like 50 degrees on Fridays. But tonight, it might be a little mixing in, but we'll see on Black Friday night. But at least it's going to start getting warmer after. Well, tomorrow's the coldest day so far this month. So it's like 35, 38 degrees. Right now it's 33 at 2:42 in the morning. So it is cold, but I'm in a warm-ass fucking house with a hot wife. So, so I might be cold, but she'll warm me up with that warm, wet ass pussy. But, so, I'm going to get that. Maybe she'll get up and throw up, and then maybe we'll have some drunk sex, because that's the best sex. But you never know. She might be too tired after throwing up after having like 6,000 fucking Jaeger bombs. Oy. No, she didn't have Jaeger bombs. I'm just joking. She had some, she had a few drinks, let's say. Alcoholic. But I love her. And if you don't, and I love her, you don't. So you can kiss her rosy red ass. Because you fear her. You know who. You do. All of you motherfuckers fear her. That's pretty much it. I talked to Rosa. She said you have a swell dick. You never talked to her. Shut the fuck up. Where's the proof? There is none. She wouldn't talk to a bunch of assholes like you anyway. But I digress. Anyway, let's move on. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gomez signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your coke. And if you're not down with that, you sanctimonious sons of bitches, I hope you choke on a turkey leg for Thanksgiving. And that's pretty much it. So if you're not down with that, you sons of bitches. The Armada and the Prophecy, we got 3 fucking words for you. And you better remember it, because it's going to be here till kingdom come. You're not down with us, we don't give two shits. We got 3, because we got 3 motherfucking words for you. Besides rotten hell. Fuck you, man. Adios, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great Sunday. Watch some football. And, have a good day off, if you have the day off. If you don't, too bad for you. And that's all I gotta say about that. But thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gomez signing off. Until next time, motherfuckers. Peace.